plucky band of college students working together to create a remarkably entertaining product in just a few short months. Everyone's contributions were invaluable, and this game just would not have been the same with a different group. Let's talk a little bit about the final game. Players are greeted with a gorgeous title screen that gives a hint of the game to come. In the game, an open ocean quickly gives way to an underwater cave system, alive and festive with various plants, creatures, and other life forms. Much of it is merely decorative, and helps add to the sensation that the player is exploring a cave never before seen. Others are hostile to the player, and still others, particularly the jellies, are actually very helpful. The replayability of the game comes primarily from the pseudo-randomly generated levels. While in-game, the player only perceptibly experiences a single level, or arguably two if the player gets deep enough to see the lava caves. But in actuality, there are 20 handcrafted levels that the game engine stitches end to end to create a single experience. No two playthroughs are the same, but it still has that handmade feeling of a level that has been handcrafted. As the player goes, the game gets harder and faster. The player's movement in general has gone through a lot of revisions, as we struggle to find a sweet spot that allowed the player to feel an amount of peace and wonder while playing the game, but also tension and interest. Eventually, we got it dialed in to where you see it in version 1.0, serene for the first minute or so, and then very quickly ramping up. The game gets particularly difficult once you make it deep enough. Players speed through the lava tiles at an impossibly fast rate, making death an inevitability. Scores are stored locally, so a player can try for a higher score on each run. There is also an alternative game mode. This one removes almost all of the enemies, and replaces them with lines of point jellyfish. This version of the game is much more relaxed, and has big collect-a-thon feelings to it. The point system, as well as the point jelly spawner systems, were a bit of a challenge to make, but have overall improved the feel and strategy of the main game as well. Again, I'd like to thank the entire team for all their hard work. It has seriously been a pleasure, and of anything that I've worked on in my entire life, this might be the one that I am personally most proud of so far. Thanks for working with me on this semester, and I sincerely hope to be able to continue to work with all of you in the future.